Hey guys, my name's Adam. I work with DC Camera, and we decided to have our first discussion today on LEDs. The first thing that comes to mind for me with LEDs are the mobility of them. And why are they so mobile? Well, because they require a lot less energy. So why is it so important to be mobile? Chances are you're not going to have this beautiful little studio setting where you can put up 5, 6 lights if you like when you're on a typical shoot. So do you want to lug around all these lights, or do you want to have a nice small package of 3, 4 lights that can all fit in one case? They're lightweight, they're battery powered, so you can move from one location to the next quickly. You're going to light a lot more as a result. The second most important thing would be probably longevity. You're not dealing with filaments. So with an LED, it's going to last a lot longer, and it can handle a lot more wear and tear. Now, I think LEDs kind of got a bad rap in the beginning because they were very limited on temperature control and just the overall quality of light that was coming out of them. One of the biggest complaints was it was kind of a greenish tone. So that's kind of been taken care of with a lot of these new lights. And one that we'll talk about is this new 1K that Ari's made. That's this one that we have here is called an L7-C because you're able to change the temperature and you're also able to change the hue, saturation. It's incredible what this one can do. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's talk about some of the different LED lights that are around me right now. What I'm holding in my hand is the first company that really started making a lot of these LEDs for the industry. And this one is Light Panels, and probably the most mobile one that we have. It doesn't have a ton of output, but it does have a dimmable control, and you cannot change the temperature on this one. Now, a lot of the other ones around me have gotten to a point that you can change hue, saturation, pretty much dial in whatever you need temperature-wise, which is pretty incredible. And the other thing that's nice is they're all coming down in price. But I'm going to show you a little bit about the 1K real quick. Right now, we are about at 50% intensity. So I'm going to just dial it back, and you can see what the set looks like. Now I'm going to dial it all the way up, and that's at full power right there. I want to take it back down to half. So we're at 56 right now. So there's a wide range, and now I'm going to mess with the saturation. So you can actually bring out greens, and bring out magentas, and if I click one button, now we are into hue. Now you can really get crazy. So I'm going to actually turn it up so you can really see it. So this is drastic. I mean, this is like putting any gel you could possibly come up with between this, and then you can still also dial in saturation, and you can see it's just a lot of possibilities. What really interests me is let's find something that maybe we can have 3 or 4 of these lights, and they're smaller, they run on battery, use one as a key, one as a fill, backlight something, maybe highlight, for example, on this table. Right now I'm using an actual tungsten light over there, but you know, it would be nice if I could have multiple lights so I can really start creating a dynamic scene. Let me just grab this right off the stand, and this is Light Panels. It's a 1x1 T-Flood. Now this only does 3200K in terms of temperature, so you can't dial that in, but you can see you can adjust its intensity and flip it around. This is running on just a little Dionic, which is made by Anton Bauer. This isn't necessarily so much a highlight as it has a specific role in both photography and filmmaking, and it's called a ring light. And I'm sure you've heard of it, so let's not pretend no one's heard of a ring light. If you haven't, I'm not going to give you the whole story about it, but I'll say this. This comes with a mount that you can put, where is it? Here we go. You can put your 15 mil rods to it, and it will basically go like that. So now your camera is set up, and it's going to sit right there. And usually you're going to be using this for a scenario where you have a beautiful girl in front of you, and you just want her face to glow. Powered by a Dionic. These are made by Roscoe, and I'm sure there's lots of them out there, and they call this a light pad. These are great for hiding in, under a bar if you want to just highlight something like this table, but you'd have to obviously do it in the proper way where it looks natural. But these are great for that. Let's talk about this Celeb 200 up here. Okay, so there's presets on here. We've got daylight, and that's a preset of 5K, preset of 4K. We're at tungsten at 3200 and down to 2700. I can just scroll on a knob and just hand dial it into literally it's jumping by 25, literally 2825, 2850. So you can dial it into whatever you want. Let's actually click this one button back here. It says you can jump between what you're dialing it in and also to the dimming. So now we just bumped it up. So there is your tremendous amount of difference. I had it way turned down. That's equal to what seems to be about 750. The funny thing is, as of right now, not many people have rented this out, to be honest with you. We just got it in not long ago. I don't think anybody even realizes that it exists at this point. So I really wanted to kind of point that one out because I love that light. The topic of LEDs is kind of, to me, it hits upon a really important thing with filmmaking and with all of this gear that we carry. And that is, to me, each piece of gear has a direct purpose. And certain pieces of gear for me stand out because you start seeing, wow, I'm using this all the time. And why? Because it works. It does the job and it works. We are going to be making a lot of these films. So feel free to write in or contact us. You can reach us at info@dc-camera.com and let us know what you want to hear about. Topics, reviews, anything. Stay tuned.